Hello everyone, welcome to the Robo Samurai channel. This time I'll be reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Autobot Wheeljack. And I have both versions here. I have the Netflix version right here on the right, and it has lots of battle damage or whatever wear and tear on it. And then I have the regular release here, which is very much like the War for Cybertron Kingdom trilogy release that's in stores or going to be hitting stores. So I thought I would review these just to show you what they look like. And remember, this one here is going to be very much like the Kingdom release. This here is is an exclusive to Walmart, and it has the Netflix packaging that you see right there. So with that, let's go on ahead and take a look at this figure, and from two different sides. Go ahead and take a look at the box, but I mean the packaging is pretty much the same, so not much to it. I don't have the insert in the back anymore, so oh well about that. But let's take a look at these guys. Now he's got some great posability, and they both have really tight joints, so there's no problems here. They all have that waist swivel. They can do the squats. Yes. Let's see here. Can they? Let's see. Can they stand with the squats? Probably not much. So now there's some clear differences here between this this Netflix version and that one there, and let's go on ahead and straighten them out and take a look at them. As you can see, the color differences are, well, we do have, like I said, this wear and tear, if you will. The paint apps are just slightly different as well on the green here and everything else, and we'll also show you that in car mode as well. Let's take a look at these here. If I can get this camera to focus for me. There we go. So when we look at the heads, we see that we are dealing with pretty much a similar situation here. Paint's the same, very close to this. This here on the back, these little wings here, the Netflix version does not have any paint on them at all. The War for Cybertron Earthrise version of him, also the Kingdom version, has this silver paint on here. So that kind of looks a little bit better. Now what's interesting about these is, here they are, by the way, from the back. You can kind of see what they look like here. And then if you can look like, this is what they look like from the side. And you can probably see some of the differences right away in the paint apps and whatnot. So let's take a look here. You can also see that these wheels are painted here. We'll talk about that more when we get to car mode. But another interesting feature of these is that you can take these off. And there are some third-party, some are 3D printed, some are not. I don't have any of those upgrade kits that could change this or make them so that they're attached all the way. So let's get down to transforming them, and I'm going to start with this one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off this, and then we're going to open up his chest like so, pull it down, and then we're going to flip the head in. Sometimes it's a little tight. Let me get this focused on him. There we go. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and close it back up just like that. The next thing we want to do is take the arms, fold them up by the shoulders, and then you'll see that there is a peg and a slot, and you want to kind of hit that just like that. Same thing on this one. Do that. There we go. And for now, we're just going to leave this. Okay, the next thing we want to do is, I think we can do this safely. Just turn it around. And, oh yeah, that's right. I messed up a step here, guys. So, when you turn it around, we're going to want to do this eventually, but for the moment, we're going to keep this up here. And really, just so you know, I'm going to do that. Alright, so what we want to do is fold these feet down like this, and then they will kind of collapse in on each other. And then we want to open up this leg joint here and unaccordion it. And while you do that, there's a little piece of smoked glass, if you will, and then you want to make sure you flip that out before you finish folding up the leg. So we'll do the same thing on this side here. Okay, open it up, flip that up, and then close it up like that. Then we can go on ahead and tab these together. You can tab them together at the feet here. And then we want to turn this around like so. And then we're going to collapse down this piece of the windshield. Now that's on its own joint, so once you close that up, you can then rotate this around like this so that you align everything back the way it's supposed to be. Now, turn the wheels this way. Do the same thing on this side, and then we want to take the wrist and fold it in, like flip it out that way. Do the same thing here, and then go on ahead and then you'll tab in this to that slot. And do the same thing on the other side. And then you want to straighten out the spoiler. And there we go. That's the transformation. Let's go on ahead and repeat that for this right here. And then we go on ahead and open this up. And you can clearly see some of the differences, like the plastics are different. And like I said, we're just going to hold that out. We'll pull this up, tab in, pull this up, tab in. And then we're going to leave that as is, and we'll go on ahead and flip this around, open the leg up, flip that out. You can fold these down, forgot about that, and then collapse it with that window in place. Same thing here, open this up, fold that out, collapse. Do the same thing, tab them together. Then turn this all the way around, put the windshield down, and then re-rotate all this back up so that lines up pretty. Flip these arms if you haven't done so. Do the same thing here. Do that. Flip this arm, and then collapse into the tabs. Collapse into the tabs, straighten out the spoiler, and there you go. There's Wheeljack. Oops, left his front a little bit out, but that's okay. In his alt mode. Let's take a look at these. So I'm going to put these guns aside, or these shoulder missiles, but you can kind of clearly see this is just all cast in a gray plastic, and yeah, they can fit on top here. And then this one here is actually painted a gunmetal gray, and you can see it actually has white plastic there. That goes with our Earthrise version of the mold. So, okay, so let's go on ahead and put these aside, and let's take a quick comparison look at these. So you can see from the side that there is a lot more detailing on the Earthrise version, and you got some battle damage or wear and tear on this one here, and you can clearly see what they look like from the top here. Very, very close in paint. Outside of the fact that this Wheeljack from Earthrise has this black piece here. And then we take a look here, and we can see all of these here. So, yeah, and you can see the paint on the wheels. That looks really nice. And here's what they look like from the rear. And this has just gray plastic. This actually has some gunmetal gray where it picks out some of this here. So looks pretty good. And there's what it looks like from the bottom. Not too big of a difference. But yeah, so we got these here looking like this. So, and as I've demonstrated already, you can plug in, well, you can't plug it in that way. You can only plug it in this way. And you've got this side as well, and you can plug it in this way. So, so there they are. And do I think that Wheeljack is worth picking up? I think he's an excellent figure. These guys just look great, and they roll fairly well, by the way. But I prefer this mold over this one here. I happen to like Wheeljack. He's one of my favorite characters. of all time. So I may have picked up one too many of these. Now I'm not going to compare him with the exhaust mold, but if you want to see that, I'll link that video here at the end. So you can take a look at that. I do a comparison of him with, I believe, at least one of these, maybe two. It's been a while since I've done that. But I did want to kind of refresh, send out a different review, because this mold here will be hitting the shelves in this next wave of Kingdom. So, but you're basically dealing with this exact same mold. So there it is. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch any of my other Transformers reviews, I have some playlists. Go on ahead and subscribe, and you can see any of the other videos that I have on that, and anything else that may come out. So thank you for joining me, and we'll talk to you next time.